D-Shaw. So what essentially we do is we handle post-trading activities of various asset management companies and hedge funds. So the profile actually had to do with a lot of processes that we follow regarding how we are actually reconciling their trade data and all of that. So the very good thing about working with RCCM was that it was an industry about which I was not aware at all. So generally in finance, you think about equity research, you think about investment banking, but hedge funds is something which does not come to your mind when you think of going for a finance profile, at least not for the first part of it. So when I got the opportunity to intern with RCCM, this was an industry which was completely new to me. So there was a lot to learn from this particular experience. So RCCM is a fairly new company, and the fact that they have been, the fact that they have actually been spun off from D-Shaw, they take a lot of their cultural, practices from D-Shaw. So as we know, D-Shaw has a very, very open culture, which is what we maintain at RCCM as well. So in the sense that I was very free to go and talk to my seniors and ADs in the office about like my project or any problem that I was facing. But at the same time, you have to be very, very committed to your work. You have to meet deadlines. So, but there'll be no one hovering at top of your head that you have to finish this today. You have to finish. They will give you your own time. You can do the work, but you have to meet the deadline. So it's all up to you. You take your call. So that sort of an open culture really helps you to explore more and do your work according to your pace and how you want to do it. So that was also a very good thing about the company. So the day RCCM came, so RCCM is based in Hyderabad and they just come to campus for the purpose of placement. So the day they take their test, they actually mostly follow through the entire process the same day. The procedure was that there was a test, written test, which basically tested you on basic quant, economics and current affairs, short essay maybe. And barring that, this was again an elimination round. Barring that, there was a GD, and post that there was an interview. So the interview was divided into two rounds. One was the technical bit and the other was the HR interview. So the technical round is where they will test you on what skills you already know, what is your job profile been earlier if you've been in a job, and how well you know that, basic concepts of finance. So my interview per se was actually very good. In fact, I remember in the middle of it, it was so much like a discussion that we started talking about Big Bang Theory. It was quite funny actually, but the people were very, very nice, and they made me feel very relaxed even during the interview. So it was really good. It was more like a discussion. They were just trying to test how I will act in a pressure situation as well. So it was pretty good, the entire experience of it all. Well, I think the juniors must have already started preparing for the summers, considering the fact that it's almost there. So I would just tell them to be very focused with signing up for the companies, not to miss out on signing up for the companies firstly. Like reading up on all the companies that they have signed up for. It's very important to know what sort of profile and the kind of company that you're going to work for. Apart from that, I would also tell them to have confidence in whatever they have prepared, not to get scared, not to get bogged down by all the pressure that's going to come along with the entire process. So just maintain your cool, take the whole thing as a learning experience, and really just just up your game, try to get the best of the companies that you can. When I was working in RCCM, the fact that I knew for the very fact that this company is going to offer a PPO if you perform well, but that was not one of the primary motivators for me in the beginning. It was more about the work. I was pretty sure that if I'm going to do well in my work, I'm going to get an opportunity for a PPO. The people who are sitting there are very experienced. They have a very good screening process. They know how to, they know if you will be a good cultural fit as well as, technically sound for the job that they'll be giving you. So if you do your job well and, if you show that sort of interest, I think the PPO is something which will come your way eventually anyway. So it was not anything special that, you need to do. But yes, you have to do your work with dedication. You have to put in that sort of effort. You can't just be slacking. That is the only thing that I would say. Whatever work you're taking, take it as a learning experience. Show that you're interested, genuinely be interested in it. And PPO is something which will come. You shouldn't be pressured by the fact that I have to perform well and then, go for my PPO and this and that, because that is something which will actually mess up with your head, and you might just mess your presentation as well. So just keep a cool head and just do your work. That is all. Yes, it's very much an option because it's giving you a platform to really start from the bottom. As I said that I had absolutely no clue about the hedge fund industry before this, and when I read about D-Shaw and when I started working with RCCM, I got to know how the industry really starts like how the industry really functions. So they really give you that level, they give you that sort of leverage that okay, you are coming from a background where you might not know so much about it. Of course, basic knowledge is required, which I think can easily be obtained, especially now that we've had courses here as well. So apart from that, very industry specific thing is something which you don't have to know necessarily, which you will learn on the job definitely. People with absolutely no background in finance before should not be that scared also, because all the companies in fact that come for summers, they know your previous background. Most of you will be from IT, most of you will be from some sort of engineering background. So I know that a lot of people here, and most of you would not be writing CFAs as well, so it's very much possible that you don't have as much knowledge about finance, but that should never be a factor which is deterring you to apply for any company. You should always give yourself that sort of leverage and chance that you should go apply for whatever company and then see what happens. If the company thinks you're fit, they will select you. So the fact that you don't have a background in finance should not deter you at all. So this is one message I would put across for everyone, and in fact I've said this time and again, that don't be scared if you don't have a CFA, don't be scared if you don't have a background in finance. It is completely fine. If you take it as a learning experience, you show that you're willing to learn, people will take you in the company eventually. Well, I would just wish them all the best, and I think they've already been preparing. I would just say that seniors are always there to help you. Just message us or whatever.